Alright, so this is a review of a Zed game I had. This is Plat 2 ranked. Uh, so it's pretty standard Zed runes and masteries. 980 reds, MR blues, armor yellows, and 80 quits. Started with Q versus Lysandra mid with exhaust, so it's a pretty rough lane for me. It's really hard to get kill pressure on her, on Lysandra, especially because she's just really good versus melee champions because of her W and Q, and her E makes her pretty safe. Plus her ult is a hard counter to Zed ult. She also has exhaust, which lowers my all-in potential quite a bit because if I ever go all in, she can exhaust and my damage is basically halved. So, start of this lane, I'm thinking, alright, the only way for me to get a kill on her, or to stay relevant in this game, is I need to get a kill on her early and just snowball off that. Obviously, like I said before, that's pretty hard. Let me rearrange the character portraits here. Top lane, top lane. Okay. So, longsword 3 pots, pretty standard start, versus some matchups that are highly single target dot, mage, like damage over time mages, like versus a Malzahar or something. Dorn's shield is good, but longsword gives me the extra kill pressure I need, whereas Dorn's shield would give you the extra safety and HP regen. So yeah, right now I'm not looking to walk up to CS at all. I know she has her range Q. If you see right here where I'm positioning. I'm positioning so she either has two options. She can use her Q on the wave to push it, which would force me to stand under turret and take some minion aggro to clear it. That would I would lose some HP and have to use my shuriken to clear it. Or she can try to harass me. If she does end up harassing me, what happens is these minions will take damage, and then these two will be in an awkward spot in terms of HP, and I still have my Q to use to trade with her. So those are the options. And the reason why I keep walking back like this is because I don't want to just, if I stay here and auto attack the minions, then she can get free autos or free Qs off on me, and I don't want that damage on me right now, especially since it's early. I can't really trade back with her. So pretty standard early lane phase. Using Q to farm. I'm trying to tag her with the Q damage as it goes through the minion. I'm trying to avoid being right in the middle of the caster minions. Yeah, what's nice about ZQ is you can just farm from range early on, be pretty safe. I'm already winning the lane right here without even directly aggressing her, just because I'm getting more damage on her than she is on me. Plus, I'm not CSing her, so this is a good sign. I just need to keep this pace up, and I'll slowly but surely get a bigger and bigger advantage as time goes on. So, yeah, standard farming. Looking at the other lanes, I think the other lanes went pretty even or something. I don't think any of them got too far behind, if I remember correctly. I think bot lane got behind a bit, but not by too much. Nothing undealable. Level 2, I'm still not aggressing on her. Level 2, Lysandra takes W. Let's double check. Yeah, level 2, she took W. She hasn't leveled up her E yet. She just leveled it up. So if I went in on her with the Shadow, level 2, then she would just W me and I'd take a bunch of minion harass. So I don't want that. Okay, gonna farm on her turret. Level 3. Now I can aggress on her as much as I want, using my combo to poke, trying to proc Thunderlords. Missed the CS there. I take a really bad trade here, you see. I outed her, which I shouldn't have done, and I took all that minion damage, so now I need to sit back and walk back into the queue. So I need to sit back and use my pots to heal me back up. This is it's alright, because, oh, right here. So, hold on, let me pause and go back. Okay, so, here, I pushed out the wave, so I knew she was gonna have, she couldn't let these minions, oh no, I jumped down there. She couldn't let these minions hit the turret. Why? Because if she lets them hit the turret's gonna kill all of them instantly. They're at a bad spot in terms of HP. They're all below half, so the turret's gonna kill them in one turret hit. and it's hard for her to clear them without using a bunch of mana. So she doesn't want to do that. So instead, I knew that as Zac jungle, and Zac has really can gank from really far away. So if he already gets to here, he pretty much can get you from anywhere in the middle of the lane. So I need to put a ward right here to spot him before he walks in. Especially as the levels in his E increase, because then they'll get more and more range. So this is a really good spot to ward versus junglers that have pretty far away engage range. So I'm gonna go ward. Alright. And then right here, I noticed that she's just tanking all these minions in front of her wave. So what I do is I try to see if she'll walk over to try and put a ward here to get vision on me. So what I'll do is, she's under half HP, I wait. This is where knowing that your passive does a lot of damage and willing to be aggressive comes into play and really benefits you. So I wait over the wall. As soon as she walks over to try and walk over here to put a ward down, she's dead. That's it, dead. Drop a little VM. But, yeah, so I think here in chat I typed Lissandra Exhaust down. Always try to type in summoner spells, it's really important because it helps you when you're laning. So you can double check when you can go aggressive and when you can't, when you can win a fight because summoner spells down. And if the person roams, your teammates will know. Alright, so I'm going to back here. I shoved the wave in. Notice how I shoved the wave. I denied 4 minions from her. And this is slowly the beginning of the snowball towards that just keeps on increasing more and more as the game goes on. So I go back and I get a serrated Dirk. Normally, you'd get a Hex Drinker versus AP champions, but I'm not really respecting her right now because she doesn't have exhaust, and I'm really far ahead right now. So I just want to be able to poke her with more and more damage because I can't rely on my ulti damage to do a lot, especially with her ult and exhaust. So I just want to focus on poking her down as much as possible. You see she's going for Rod of Ages. That's pretty standard Lissandra build. In my opinion, I think she should have gotten a Seeker's Arm Guard first, or at least a Cloth Armor to help lessen the poke damage from me. I ping missing immediately. Lissandra loves to roam a lot, and she has a lot of CC when she does gank, so you want to keep that in mind and let your teammates know that she's gone, so they play safe in their lanes. Yeah, and if you're winning the lane, always get a pink ward because it just lets you play extremely aggressive and deny CS. See how far back she's playing? She can't walk up, because if she walks up, she'll take way too much damage. The only reason she walked up now is because she saw I just used Q, but it doesn't even matter because I can just shadow and Q again. Directed camera, please. Okay. So here, I'm looking for a roam bot. I see there's 4 people bot lane. I'm going to get EXP from the Scuttle Crab. I knew I was almost level 6. So now I'm going to walk down and try to get a kill. My mistake here is I didn't realize Braum's Unbreakable was still up. I thought it was down. If it was down, this would have been a pretty free kill. But I didn't realize it was up, unfortunately, which blocked a large portion of the damage on my ulti. I didn't have Ignite either. So, yeah, I just have to peace out, basically, and leave Kindred. There's nothing much I could do here. Okay, there. No need to flash here, yeah, I had to flash there. Lissandra would have killed me otherwise, so just keep me safe. I'm going to get a couple CS before I recall right here. So this is a problem for me. As an assassin, you want to snowball as much as possible. You don't want to give the enemy any time to farm back up or catch back up, because the longer and longer the game goes on, your lead becomes less and less in the grand scheme of things. Like, if I had a 5k gold lead in the beginning, 5k gold lead in comparison to 20,000 gold, let's say our team has 25k and they have 20k, it's a lot more versus 40 minutes again in the game when both teams have like 60,000 gold. 5k gold isn't nearly as much because the item difference is not nearly as much as it is. So head back to base, and then I need to go back mid really as fast as possible. There's a huge wave building up here. I don't want to miss it. If I miss this wave, Lissandra will actually catch back up in terms of EXP, and that's going to really make it hard for me to get any kill pressure on her. So, yeah, I don't want to miss all this with EXP and CS. So, walking back as fast as possible. Use Shadow to get out. Yeah, unfortunately I missed like 3 4, 5. Okay, 5. So I missed 5 minions, or 6 minions of gold, or 5 minions of gold, but I got the EXP for. I only missed the EXP of 4, so that's at least pretty good. So I see Lissandra's kind of out of mana right now, so I know I can be a bit aggressive. What's nice about energy champions is that while they can't like consistently cast spells for a very long time, like they can cast it in short bursts, but not like super consistently like mana champions. Like once mana champions go out, obviously it takes a lot longer for them to get their pullback. So right now I'm just shoving it in. The reason I'm shoving it in is because I know Lissandra doesn't have any mana, so last hitting under turret, or even trying to trade against me, is really difficult for her. So I just keep annoying the heck out of her, poking under turret. Basically, right now, I just want to stop her back. I know that she wants to go back really bad because she's low mana and she's low HP. She doesn't want to stay at all. So she's trying to head back as fast as possible. So I'm saying, nope, you're not. You're just gonna stay in lane. You're not going anywhere. So I'm keeping her in lane. I'm gonna keep shoving, deny as much CS as possible. So here I saw she backed. Okay. I'm gonna look for roam top. I see Shen is over halfway. I know Echo has pretty good CC. His passive slows people when he gets the third proc and he has a stun. So, and I have my ult back up with Ignite. So I'm gonna look for a kill top. The reason why I'm going top as opposed to bottom is if I go bot right now, Shen can just TP and join the enemy team. And I don't know where Lissandra's going to be by the time I start hitting bot. You can see she's already hitting bot, or looks like she's hitting it actually, but she could head bot right now if I show up on a ward. So I'm just not going to risk it. If you're going for a roam as a mid laner, always go to the source of the global. You don't want the global to come to you. So deal with the global, then you can deal with the other laners on the map. So the reason why I back here, as soon as, hold on, let's go back. So over here. So I shove this out, I see Lissandra back, I'm walking up. As soon as I walk up here, Shen starts walking back. You see how Shen starts walking back? So I'm thinking, okay, there must be a ward here or something. Or Lissandra told him. So either way, he's playing safe, so I can't gank him anymore. So I just head back. That's a lot of what goes into playing mid lane, is like threatening a roam or having the pressure to roam and keeping your opponent down. You see Lissandra is 47 to CS for my 51, and I've been roaming a lot too. That should never, like, as a range champion, you always want to keep a 10 CS advantage if possible against melee. Because you have that range advantage, you can bully them out really hard early off CS, but I played really safe early, just got what CS I could, and now the lane's in my favor, especially after that solo kill. So right now Lissandra has Rod of Ages, that gives her a lot of sustain, Catalyst, that gives her a lot of sustain in lane. You see, she just heals up all the harass I'm putting on her. All I can really do about that is just keep doing my best to poke her down. I can't really take a huge fight with her, because if I take a fight with her, eventually she'll just heal it back up, plus she has her ulti and exhaust. I know she's been playing really passive before, so Zach is probably nearby. Let me change. Okay, yeah. So this is just so you see my vision. So I see Kindred's here to gank. I don't really want to go for this. I want to get my CS, but as soon as I see Zach come here, I know I can get this go. So Kindred drops her ulti. She stays alive. She baits just long enough. Echo TPs. This is a really good flash by Kindred, by the way. So I got taunted. Lissandra's blown ultimate already. She doesn't have anything to save her right now. So I can commit as hard as I want to this kill. Yes, I'm exhausted right now, but passive and Thunderlords and the ulti get the kill. So, and then back out. Echo dealt with Zach. Echo and Kindred dealt with Zach, and yeah. So that was a really good fight for us. It was well played by everybody. Echo TP'd at the right time. Kindred TP'd at the right, or ulted at the right time, and we split targets properly. So shoving it in again, deny some CS. I'm gonna shove this next wave too. Right now. What I'm doing is I'm typing the summoner spells that were used and the cooldowns that were used. So next time when Lissandra gets back into lane, I'll know if I can aggress on her or not. Yeah. So shoved an entire wave, denied the wave, and I got blue buff, which is really bad for Lissandra, because once it gets blue buff, like, his harassment lane becomes obnoxious to deal with. So Lissandra's pretty hosed right now. I'm getting a Hex Drinker because I see that they have Zac who does magic damage, Shen who does magic damage, and Lissandra who does magic damage. Especially with Shen being pretty big and Zac being kind of big. Also, like, I just don't want to get straight up locked down and bursted out by Lissandra and these other guys, so I'm just going to get a Hex Drinker to solve that problem. I'm still going to go for Yum's Ghostblade first. I want to be able to have the roaming potential. It helps a lot, especially when you look at our bot lane. They're kind of getting pooped on, 49 CS to 91. They're really far ahead. I see Kindred doing Dragon. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go to Dragon. I'm just going to act like I'm warding, so to give as little information as possible, because if I head over to Dragon, that kind of gives it away that we're doing Dragon, you know? So I'm just going to clear the ward, and then I'm going to help her a little bit with the Dragon. Alright. Because she almost got it anyway, so at that point it was alright. Thing missing, Lissandra shows up, so whatever. Right now, I'm playing really aggressively in lane. I know I can out-trade her with Hex Drinker in the long run. Like, my poke damage is going to be a lot more than what she can take. Taking a lot of Qs to the face, though. Not good by me. My ult's up soon. Yeah, my ult's up right now. So I'm looking for kill pressure. Okay. Here, I was really confused because... let's go back 15 seconds. Okay. So... I traded with her. Zac came flying in. So here, I'm thinking... Alright, I gotta swap and go in on Lissandra because that's the only way I'm gonna kill her. Zac lands. I don't know if you saw it, but her ult started casting. And then she cast it on herself, so I was like, huh? Alright, whatever. So I killed her. The reason why I went back in on Zac is I had my Qs up, and I have an entire wave of minions here, plus I had my Shouty here. So that's enough damage for me to turn Zac on Zac and force him to walk away. I failed my Shadow there. That should have been a kill. But, yeah. So I turned around the gank, got a kill on Lissandra. So now Lissandra is super screwed. She got a gank, and she died. And I'm still living with my flash still up. So she's pretty hosed right now. I'm 3-0. I got complete lane control. She can't do anything about me. Shen died top lane, I think, which is why he's not here. So yeah, this is really good for me. I'm going to keep looking to snowball, look for roams, spread my advantage around. That's the main thing you want to do if you're fed. You want to roam to other lanes and get them ahead also. That's the best way to close out a game in the mid game and early game, is just roam and get other lanes snowballed too. Kind of do the jungler's job, or just roam with the jungler. Yeah, so Sishan top. I know Lissandra doesn't have ulti. She didn't use exhaust on me then. You can see it's still up now. So what I'm going to do is just going to play a little bit back until my ult comes back up, because I know I have Ignite. If I can get a kill with a combo and my passive auto attack, then I'll go for it. But other than that, just kind of chill out. Sandra's missing. I don't know where she is. It's really strange that she's gone. She might be farming a side camp, maybe getting blue buff, I don't know. In any case, I don't want to stay in lane. I don't want to like freeze it or deny more CS. It's not worth my time to me, because Lissandra's primarily benefits the team for her CC, not because of her damage, and her damage is already lacking anyway because she's behind. So me setting her a bit more behind isn't going to do much, especially since she almost has her Rod of Ages components anyway. I'd rather get more kills off a side lane and get the other laners ahead. So I'm just going to keep shoving her in, keep her under control, stop her from roaming at all and affecting other lanes, which would catch her back up. So here I saw Braum on my pink ward. I just got to play back a little bit, not walking up too far, farming with Q from far away. Zac shows up on this Dragon Pit ward, so just going to play it back. I know right now there's 4 people bot side, and there's no one top side. So just trying to aggress as little as possible, just farming from max range, kind of. Okay, here I shoved her in, and now I'm going to look for a roam top. This time Shen's not backing up. This time Shen did back up. Okay, yeah, I just turned back. I don't know, this Shen's doing a really good job of paying attention to the map. I don't know if it's just me, but Like, every time I've tried to roam up, he's just not been there. Lissandra takes out my warding totem, the blue trinket. Kindred gives me blue, which is really nice. Gives me a lot more lane control. You see the CS lead has just been growing as time goes on, 120 to 92. And it's just, oh, yeah, red buff ticket, it's fine. Yeah, the CS lead is just growing. Lissandra is just getting more and more behind. I mean, she's still going to be useful. The ping missing, because Lissandra's missing. I don't want bot lane to get ganked, or top lane to get ganked. So yeah, just going to keep shoving it in. Force Lissandra to meet the minions at the turret, otherwise I'll get the turret. So now I'm heading bot. The reason why I'm heading bot right now is because I know Lissandra's shoved in, and she can't respond immediately, and Zac is coming, so I don't want to fight, I just want to force Zac to go back. So my bot lane gets some pressure back in the lane. Now rinse and repeat, go back to lane, shove it in. And look for a roam. This time I think Lissandra backed. I'm not sure if she backed or not. So I'm just going to try to push up, get some damage on the turret. Took a little bit of turret damage there. It's unfortunate. Alright, here, Kindred has a mark on the camp. Alright? Everyone knows Kindred has a mark on the camp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be her bodyguard. And just stand right nearby her. And just wait. So I want her to get the stack. And I know Zac is going to come to try and like clear the camp before Kindred gets it. And sure enough, Zac shows up. He's dead. So, reason why I focus Zac here is because we want to kill him before Shen shows up. If Shen shows up, we're hosed. It's a 2v3 then. So, we gotta kill Zac as fast as possible. I got Lissandra. I don't know why she exhausted so late. She's lucky she didn't die to the red buff. But yeah. Here, I'm thinking, hey, she's pretty low, and she just walked over here, so she's probably backing someone nearby. Sure enough, no hesitation. Flash on her, kill her. It's free kill. Okay, and the reason why I'm proxying this wave here is because I want my minions to hit the turrets as fast as possible, because I want to get more damage on the turret before she respawns, or before Zac respawns. Since Braum just died also, and Kate's shown bot, and Shen is not top anymore because there's two people top pressuring the turret, I can get damage on this turret. So I'm going to take the turret, get some global gold for the team, should catch up bot lane. And I'm going to deny minions. Alright, now shout out this next wave too. I want the minion wave to hit the turret before I go back, because otherwise it's not properly denying CS. So, Braum's going to have to go meet the minion wave to respond. So, support's mid, jungle's top lane, and so the top laner's top lane. I'm not going to help them. It's not worth my time. By the time I get there, like I won't be able to do anything anyways. If someone's going to die, they're going to die anyway. I think Kindred has a crazy outplay here. I'm actually curious. Okay, so she kills him. Oh, okay. So she got the E-proc. I think she kills Lissandra too. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay, so Kindred, this play right here, like, screws over the enemy team so hard. What I'm doing right now is I told bot, hey bot, go mid lane and push the turret. I'll split push versus Caitlyn and keep her bot lane as much as I can. The reason why I'm doing this is Caitlyn's 2-1-2. She's the biggest carry on their team. Lissandra's useless. Shen is 3-1, but he's not going to actually be able to carry a team fight. He doesn't do any damage. My goal is to just keep Caitlyn here as much as possible. I see her net, follow with the shadow, force a flash. Don't need to chase, it's fine. Like, she already blew a summoner spell for that. So right there, what I did was, even though I didn't kill her, she knows now that she has no chance to fight me in a 1v1. I have complete lane dominance over her, so she's going to have to respect my damage a lot. So what I'm doing now is I'm just constantly going to shove in bot lane and keep Caitlyn bot. I want her to stay bot. And the thing is, eventually the turret will go down anyway to minions, but the fact that Braum is here because she feels so threatened opens up map pressure for my team mid lane. So, just even though I'm not actually like actively getting a kill by being bot lane, the pressure is enough that my team is getting advantages off of it. So I'm just going to play it safe while my teammates push, and as soon as they leave, if I don't see Caitlyn and Braum for a while bot lane, if they leave, I'm just going to show up and then keep pushing it and threaten the turret. My only goal right now is to keep Caitlyn bot lane and get the turret. So Caitlyn's bot, good, doing my job. Just gonna check a few HP pots. Don't want to get too low in case I get Caitlyn ulted. Yeah, just pretty much keep doing that. I'm gonna recall here. I think I have some like gold to buy items, like a Vamp Scepter. I think I buy here. Oh, never mind. JK. So I see Kindred pressuring Braum, right? I don't want any part of that. Zach's not here, Shen's not here, Caitlyn's not here. If I go there, I might die. It's not worth my time. That was pretty risky by Kindred. It's fine. Caitlyn getting a kill is not the end of the world here. I can still do my job just as fine. I'm still a Fed Assassin versus Squishy AD Carry with no QSS or exhaust. So as long as she stays bot, it's good. And especially if I can get Zach and Braum to come bot too, because if she's scared, then I'm gonna kill her. So Annie Ashe pushing mid. This is all they need to keep doing. They should keep pushing mid. Top lane, Echo is slowly losing that one, unfortunately. He's gonna have to base soon. But all they need to do is play safe. Right here, I'm just pinging Mia because I wanted to see if I could bait Caitlyn to walk up to get this farm and push it in, but she didn't show up, so I just decided to push it back. I saw Braum recalling over there, so I decided I'd push really hard. I think Caitlyn actually did go back, and then she shows back up here after she buys. So she has rapid fire cannon now. I'm just gonna shove this one wave in, I think, and then recall. Cause I saw those traps and I was like, no thanks. Yeah. Gonna go by. Yeah. So keep in mind, you don't need to keep getting kills to snowball your lead. Just by drawing a lot of pressure and keeping enemies engaged with you while your teammates get other advantages is all you need to do with your lead. It's kind of like throwing your weight around. It's like, hey, like respond to me, pay attention to me. You need to come here, come here, come here. As long as you can keep the other people on a leash, you can get advantages for your team that way. You don't need to keep killing people to do it. I see Caitlyn here. I'm not sure who else is waiting in the wings. Obviously, it's Fog of War. Zach could be there. Braum could be there. I just used my trinket to check that bush just to make sure there's no one in there. Yeah, same game plan. I have Vamp Scepter now, so any poke that Caitlyn gets off on me is minimal. I do quite a bit of damage there, as you can see. So she's like, oh no, man, I'm not getting close. Puts another trap down. Yeah. Turret's slowly getting lower. Like, she's eventually just gonna die to these minions, so she can't. Her holding it here isn't gonna do much. Still don't need a diver. This is no need. Just gonna pressure as much as possible. I see Braum show up. All right, dude, I'm outie. Have fun. Like, you're not getting anything for being here. You're just wasting your time. Yeah, now it's a 4v1 mid. Like, look at this pressure. There's nothing Lissandra can do. She just gets pressured down. Wow. Whoa, Annie went hard. Okay. Alright, right here. Teamfight's going on mid. Okay? Shen, Zach, and Lissandra are all mid. I know Caitlyn left. Okay? Caitlyn's not here. Normally she would be here under the torch. She's definitely not here. I know for sure Braum's going to start walking up also. So, and there's no way I'm going to get to my team in time. So don't worry about the team fight. Just get the turret. Because you getting the global gold for your team, it also gives EXP too. It helps a lot. Okay? So I'm going to shove this in as fast as possible. Shove this in. And then I'm going to work on the next turret. My teammates are keeping them distracted. All five. All five are mid. Okay? Outer mid turret, outer turret, blah, for inner turret bot lane. That's definitely worth. So shove it in, and we're gonna get heavy damage. I think I back here because most people ended up dying. I didn't want to risk trading an inhib turret for just an inner turret, so I recall as fast as possible and get back out there. I need to put pressure on them so they don't take the inhib turret. And sure enough, they start backing once they see me recall. I think here, what I do is I go split push top next. Or I just go top because there's a huge wave building. I check Baron first. This ping's on Baron. Yeah, there's no one at Baron. Walking top. Get CS. And then recall. Darn minion. Okay. Yeah, and then dragon spawning soon. So I'm going to head bot. Apply more pressure. Dragon spawning soon. Ideally, I don't really want a team fight around me. That's not my goal. Zed's not very good in team fights, especially when there's two exhausts on the enemy team. Right now they're down. I don't know if I know that. Oh, okay. I think I actually engage here. Okay, so I see Braum, and he's my priority target right now. I know Caitlyn has a QSS, so there's no way I'm going to be able to kill her with Deathmark. It's a lot easier to kill Braum, so I'm going to engage on Braum. Let's watch it at half speed. Engage on Braum. Ignore Caitlyn. I know Braum's dead. Swap back because of the Ignite. Oh wait, no way. He actually lives. Okay, never mind. Braum didn't die, just kidding. But anyway, I swapped back into the team fight to help my team deal with the tanks. I'm not worried about Caitlyn right now. I'm not worried about Lissandra right now. Lissandra does no damage. You see, she barely does any damage at all. Caitlyn's the only one auto-attacking, but once the CC and the peel are dead, Caitlyn's not going to be able to do anything. So, Lissandra dies, Shen dies, and we just turn in on Caitlyn and kill her. That's it. So, if I went on Caitlyn there, that would have been a completely different fight. Because Braum was forced out from the beginning. He couldn't CC or peel for anyone because he was too low. So, even if you don't kill someone, making them so low that they're forced to back is essentially the same as getting a kill in that case. In terms of winning the team fight, you know. So, yeah. Dragon 3, really useful. Movement speed. Let me go back here. Movement speed. Yeah, 5% movement speed, really useful when you're split pushing. Helps you get around places, helps you run away, helps you chase people down. And Dragon 2 obviously helps kill turrets really fast. So, same plan. Gonna head bot, put pressure bot as best as I can. The reason why I'm doing this now, though, instead of before, because before my team was CG mid, but now I'm doing it for a different reason. I want my team to get Baron pressure. There's no more inner turrets, or no more like really close objectives they can get. Like inner turrets kind of close to their base. So I want them to get Baron control, and until then, I'm gonna pressure bot really hard. I know the bot lane turret is really low, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait here, and I'm gonna try to assassinate someone. Here, I'm not sure how they knew I was in here, because it wasn't worded until now. So I saw Zach coming in, I'm like, alright, I'm out guys. So, yeah, I drew 2 bot to me, that's all I need to do. 2 people bot, frees up my team around the map. Right now they're not really putting much pressure down, unfortunately. They're just kind of farming jungle. It's fine. Even if they're not putting pressure, Ashe is catching back up, which is the main thing. She's getting more EXP and gold, so she's going to still do more damage later on. Yeah, and then keep applying pressure. Lissandra can't hold me 1v1, 2 levels up, 404, 229 CS to 171. She's just going to get poked down eventually and then have to leave. So I'll get the turret regardless. It's just the waiting game. They engaged mid. Free turret bot. I'm going to keep pushing. You just got to be the thorn in their side, There's 4 top right now. Lissandra's not going to hold. I kind of try to fake her out. Walk one way and then shadow the other way. I recall here because I'm trying to waste her time as best as possible. I don't want her to go top. I want her to deal with me. I want her to pay attention to me. I think here we trade a top inhib for a mid inhib and bot inhib turret. We get the bot inhib turret and the top inhib. So yeah, Lissandra's back mid. They killed Zac. There's no one to deal with them top lane. They're gonna get an inhib. I'm trying to back right now because I want to go deal with Caitlyn and Braum. Try to get them off the inhib. I don't think I ever get back. Yeah, we got inhib top. That's all that matters. So here, Lissandra's in a tough situation. They're threatening Nexus turrets. This is the right call by my team. They're doing the right thing. By threatening the Nexus turrets, they're forcing Lissandra and Shed to deal with them. So I get free time bot. So this bot lane turret's gonna go down really fast. Get that down. I don't need to stay for the inhib. We can take it whenever we want later. If I stay for that, I don't know where Caitlyn and Braum are. They left a while ago, so I don't want to risk running into them while I'm taking the inhib, especially with home guard buffs up at post 20 minutes. So I clear out all the vision before I leave. I see Caitlyn top. Once I see Caitlyn top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back bot to get the inhib. Oh, I think I have. I make a pretty clutch play here. Oh yeah, I see Zach here, and I engage on him because I know I can kill him 1v1. There's no way that he'll live, especially since he doesn't have his passive up. I see Lissandra, and then I know I need to stall for time. I don't want to get hit by Zach's ultimate, if possible, so I'm going to engage on Zach, ulti, I get CC'd, but I have Hexdrinker. Hexdrinker pops, shields for me, Deathmark kills Zach. Here I see Shen ulting Lissandra, so I'm gonna swap back to my ulti and then swap back out. Don't need to keep engaging on that. I've already done enough. I've already done enough. Lissandra ult used. No, not Lissandra ult used. Exhaust used. Zach ult used and Shen ult used. The main thing is Shen ult was used and Lissandra exhaust was used. Those are the big cooldowns that like are really valuable because then Shen doesn't have any global pressure. She has to go somewhere to be in a team fight or be the presence. He doesn't give the shield to his teammates, so he can't save anyone. Lissandra can't save anyone with exhaust, so my teammates just have free reign to force a fight and get some kills. You have back bot. I see them backing. I want to keep applying pressure. It's nonstop. You got to keep applying pressure. Right now, my team's pinging for Baron. I tell them, yeah, you guys go for Baron. I'm gonna push really hard for inhib. If they come to me, I'll try to get away. But I'm just gonna try to draw as many people as possible. That's my goal right now. Just keep applying constant pressure. Yeah, bot inhib's open. They gotta send someone to deal with me. Otherwise, I'm gonna get the inhib. I think they decide to pick a 5v4 at Baron. And I'm like, hey, alright guys, Baron's gone already, let's get the inhib. At this point, their team's kind of screwed. Like, it's a 4v5, and we're winning the team fight 4v5, so, yeah, they're kind of hosed here. And then, I just go on K here. Oh, and I forgot to talk about item choices. So, yeah, Echo TPs. But, the reason why I didn't finish Maud Malmortius and I just went Sterix is because they have a lot of CC on their team that can lock me down. And Caitlyn has a lot of it's sustained damage, but she does a lot of it. Like, it really hurts right now because I don't have armor and she's still pretty farmed and fed. So I don't want to be killed by 2 shots. I want some extra shielding to help me survive so that I can actually gap close on her and get the kills on her, especially since my death mark won't pop. I can't just engage on her, do my full combo, and kill her by shadowing out. Like, she'll just QSS the death mark. I actually have to be auto-attacking her, and her auto-attacks do more damage than mine. So I need the extra HP to survive her crits. So yeah. That's why I needed Sterix over Ma. But if like Zach was fed or if Shen was fed, then I would have gotten Maud Malmortius. But you should always try to get Sterix if you get Maud Malmortius, because their synergy is really good. You get the Maud Malmortius benefits when you drop below a certain HP. You also get Sterix when you drop below a certain HP, so you just become really tanky at low HP. Yeah, that's the game. Alright, if this helped you, let me know. Yeah, and I don't mind doing more. So, and if you have a game you want me to review, yeah, I'll do that too.